Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shah Yusuf and welcome to this week's Shah Yusuf Show. Today my guests represent the Bangladesh Regeneration Trust UK. The Bangladesh Regeneration Trust UK is a charity which carries out various forms of regeneration work in Bangladesh. They are known for their work in education and in health. It also provides a platform for young second, third and fourth generation Bangladeshis to support various social development initiatives across Bangladesh. Now, let's look at a short video about BRT UK's work.
মোহাম্মদ মামুনুর রশিদ।
মোহাম্মদ মামুনুর রশিদ।
জি।
মাশাআল্লাহ, সুন্দর নাম।
জি।
তোমার বয়স কত?
আমার বয়স 14 বছর।
You're 14 years old. আচ্ছা, so Mr. Rashid.
জি।
আপনি বড় হইলে when you grow up আপনি কি তা করতে চাও?
আমার অ্যাম্বিশন হলো আমি ডাক্তার হওয়ার। ডাক্তার।
আচ্ছা,
ডক্টর।
You want to be a doctor? Inshallah. You know,
যদি ইলা দিতা না হয়তো ইলা সাহায্য পাইলে বলে না এইটা পারলাম না বইয়ের দাম হতো কিন্তু আমার বাবা যেদিন যে কাম পায় না কাম করেন এটা সংসার চলে না আপনারা সাপোর্টে আমার পড়াশোনা হয়
game, Naz?
This is called like grabbing the biscuit with your mouth, basically. The one that grabs the biscuit goes to the next round until all the biscuits are gone. But I don't know exactly all the rules. We'll find out as we go along.
That was a very informative video. Let me introduce you to my guest today from BRT UK. Can I request you guys introduce yourselves to our viewers?
Yeah, why not? Good evening and assalamu alaikum to everyone. Shubha Ratro for those who are watching from maybe beyond the shores of the UK. My name is Yahya. I've been in the UK since the age of 9, too old now, and gone through education and so on and so forth. My role with BRT UK Bangladesh Regeneration Trust is currently the secretary of BRT UK, and alhamdulillah, through your help and support and duas, I was involved in starting this small but consistent initiative to support the needy people of Bangladesh who we are connected to.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Anwar Ali, and I am a BRT participant and a volunteer at the moment. And I've only been with them a very short amount of time, but I'll be taking part in further projects and you'll be seeing more of me in the future.
Looking forward to. Okay, next.
Assalamu alaikum viewers. As you probably know, I am Nazir. For my sins, I am the chair of BRT UK. Currently coming to an end, inshallah. But I have been in a very good journey with the brothers here, and as we go along, we want to share this with our viewers. Apnara dehoka, how we have managed to come this far and what we want to contribute to the UK and inshallah Bangladesh.
Thank you very much. Before we go on to talk about Bangladesh, can you just tell me a little bit of information about BRT UK?
I'll let Ehiyawai do it. He can talk a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so BRT UK আমরা শুরু করছিলাম 2009 2009 আমরা শুরু করছি, কিন্তু UK রেজিস্টার করছি আমরা 2010. So almost inshallah a decade হয়ে যাব. We are going to be celebrating our humble efforts for a decade very soon, inshallah. And it all started off with someone like myself who grew up in Bangladesh up till the age of 9. So what this meant was, within that age of 9, I had the opportunity to go to hold the langol with my uncle and the moi, sit on the moi and let the cows pull over the soil basically. Right. And even to actually pick grass for the milking cow basically. So these are all very, very deeply entrenched within me. Even using the current zal to catch fish, especially in rainy period. I know that zal is illegal, but even then, I think everybody still uses
Current
it.
zal is illegal.
They call it the current something.
Yeah.
Actually, it's, I think current
It's a
means,
machine made.
I don't know. Okay, let's
Yeah,
Let's not talk about it.
so all of this stuff, you know, it's deeply ingrained within my system, and thanks to my late uncle Haji Loilumi, who passed away 1998. I was honored to be at his funeral, and to be honest, because my father lived in this part of the world, so therefore my uncle was almost de facto father for me. Like you know, he took so much, gave me so much love and care within that age period up to 9. You know, he built such a strong connection with Bangladesh, and it still remains within that. I can still remember and visualize me having a scuffle with one of my Lagabari Batizas over Nera, you know, the after you know, the hay straw.
Oh yeah.
Basically, what happened was, you know, I was picking them to bring it to our bari for them to use to burn for the cooking. And he started a fire, and you know, he ended up wasting my nera, and we got into a kusti basically, and then I ended up breaking my arm. So these are all reminiscences.
I've got a similar story as well, you know.
Yeah.
When I was about 6, that's when we first came to this country. But just before we came, I was making this, you know, the raft, burra, with the banana plant.
Yeah.
And I just, my Sasarabhai had a die in his hand. So I was, you know, with my feet, I was pointing to him, just chop it there, like a mark on the coconut, on the banana plant. Instead of hitting the plant, he hit my feet.
Oh.
And it kind of split open.
Your feet, actually,
Yeah,
he
actually,
actually cut your
I've
feet.
still got the mark. But because
Wow.
I was so fearful of my dad telling me off, I started swimming across to the bill. You know the bill?
Yeah. Bill is not a small place.
Nah.
It's
So I
not that
started
deep,
swimming.
but
And then, you know, when people realized what I was doing, they all came running and looked, you know, to grab me from the water. And I still got this memory. You know?
do you still have that scar on your
I'm
feet?
sure
I've
you
got
guys
that
have missed those memories.
I mean, hence we are involved with BRT UK, and these are some of the things that
Listen,
we
do you
do.
still have that scar on your feet?
I do have
I
it.
tell you, all the people who are watching,
Unfortunately,
all the
viewers
people,
can't watch
all the
us.
people who are watching, what you do is message us today, and then go onto the Facebook of BRT UK, BRT
To show
UK
the
One.
people.
He'll put it up. He'll put it up. Will you put it up?
If
Yeah.
I
And there's
get,
enough
more
people.
than say 100 likes,
Yeah.
I'll show a picture of my feet.
On the Facebook page of BRT UK One. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Can I request viewers? Viewer can join us with the WhatsApp call. You will see on the screen. Yes, 0744776669. Nice number. You can call us in the studio. You can talk to these guys. You can ask about BRT UK, what they're doing at the moment, and what's their future plan. You can ask any kind of question. Not difficult questions, obviously.
No. I mean, even if it's difficult, we know that we'll try to answer.
No
You
math
know,
questions.
there are a lot of negative issues regarding charity work.
Yes,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I've been involved in the charity work for a long time now, so is Ahirwai, and you know, we know what are the negativities. Inshallah, with BRT UK, we try to iron out all these negativities and keep these at a very long distance away from BRT UK. You know, when people say, oh, these are just money-making schemes, money mishandled and this and that, it's not all charities. Yes, one or two charities must have done that in the past. Some charities have a huge admin costs and etc. Well, justifiably so. But as BRT UK, it's purely a voluntary basis. We are all, alhamdulillah, got a full-time job and everything. This is what we have to do as Muslims. We have to go beyond the call of duty. We have to go beyond our normal 9-to-5 job and serve humanity. And this is why we're here.
I think it would be nice to find out about Anwar, because the thing is,
Yeah.
Anwar's probably got a much more important story to tell. Anwar, go on.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
carry on.
just to back up what Nazbai was saying here, I'm very new to BRT. You know, they've been established almost 10 years, and
Okay,
I'm
we
only
captured it. Is that
Anwar, what you need to tell the audience is how new are you to Bangladesh? That's very
What's
important.
motivated you
Yeah.
to join
Yeah,
BRT
well,
UK?
Okay, I'll start with what motivated me.
Yeah.
What happened was a friend of mine who goes by the name of Nazrul, who's not here today.
He's supposed to be by the way.
Hopefully he's watching now.
Yeah, he is.
About a year ago, I think he found out about BRT and he became a participant. So he was where I am now. And he took part in various projects and everything, and he ended up going on the heritage tour, which is the footage we looked at the beginning of the program. And then he really enjoyed it and the work they did, and he came back and the feedback. I asked him because he posted so many pictures on Facebook and WhatsApp. I inquired, and he was saying that it's a very good charity, completely different from anything else he's known. Because it's like grassroots, everybody's extremely hardworking, and I've spent time with these brothers for the last few months, and I've seen how it is now. It's not like other charities. I mean, I haven't been involved in the other charities, but I can say that these brothers are very hardworking. It's a grassroots movement. Everybody's very hands-on. So
Hands-on, okay.
Tell them how long you've been.
Next week, actually this Saturday, we're flying out to Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Again for the
Heritage Tour.
Yeah.
And it will be my first time in
I want to hear a
Bangladesh.
lot of.
Oh, wait for it.
It will be my first time in Bangladesh.
After how many years?
After almost 22 years.
After 22 years, you're
So
going
last time
to
I went was in-
Bangladesh.
That's like
1995.
almost 60% of your life, right?
He's
In
only
terms of your
23.
age.
He's only 23 now.
You will see completely different Bangladesh then.
So,
Bangladesh is like Singapore at the moment.
Yeah.
As we speak, Bangladesh is like Singapore.
I'm sure
yeah,
his interview is very important
definitely.
in Bangladesh.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
my request, I want to see his interview, his reaction
Well,
in Bangladesh.
Shabai, we want you to come Bangladesh with us. I know you went to
Inshallah.
the High Commission today to get your tickets, today,
Don't
your passport sorted. So
Let's see.
you are inshallah joining us in this heritage tour.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, let's see.
At one stage of our journey, we'll be in Sylhet. I know you don't like traveling outside Sylhet, but we will be in Sylhet for a very.
Inshallah.
We will talk about it. It's a very
Yeah.
unique cause. We'll be in Sylhet. First time we're launching something. No one has ever done it before.
Inshallah.
We want you to be part of that journey.
Inshallah.
By the way, I think the viewers, one thing we want to do is, if you follow us during our tour, inshallah, from I would say 11th of February, because we're leaving here on the 10th, basically. We will do, Facebook Live, as well as post videos and things like that. So you're going to be able to hear Anwar in
My
Bangladesh
reactions.
after 22 years, more than 2 decades. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That
I'm looking forward to it.
Everybody tells me, especially when I say I haven't been there for over 20 years, they say, it's completely different now. It's,
But one thing I can guarantee, we have taken other people who have missed Bangladesh for a long time.
Look,
Yeah.
Nazrul, by the way.
They go back. They come back every year. Again and again, they want to go back.
By the way, do you know how many years after Nazrul went last year? It was probably, I think, 16 years or 17 years.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people who are probably watching this program, particularly from this part of the world. যারা ওদেশও অত ইউরোপ তো দেখরা আপনারা যারা দেশও গেছেন না দেশের যে কোনো ডিস্ট্রিক্ট তো আপনার ঘর বাড়ি হইতে পারে no problem. Take the opportunity to come to Bangladesh, because Bangladesh is not made up of Sylhet only for many of the people of Sylhet, and Bangladesh is not made up of, when you go to Bangladesh, it's not the Sylhet airport, and then it's your Abbar Bari, and then your Nana Bari, and then you just do a reverse and come back to Heathrow, and it's all over basically. There are 64 districts in Bangladesh, yeah. So Sylhet is just one, or Greater Sylhet is just 4. Even Greater Sylhet Shawai. If I was to ask Shawai, have you traveled all the 4?
I'm not.
Most people haven't. Most people haven't.
How often do you go Bangladesh?
Not really. If I go this time, probably after last I've been in Bangladesh in 2009.
Yeah.
So
still
10
okay.
years.
Yeah. And
So I'm
I
not frequent flower.
The country is developing slowly. Inshallah, it's getting there. It still has one of the highest
Yeah,
GDP.
let's talk about constitution in Bangladesh. I'm not talking about politics.
No, that's
thank
So
God for that,
yeah.
because we're not the people you
We're
know
not
talk
here
to.
to talk about
It's a
politics.
different program.
Yeah.
It's a completely different. So constitution means obviously most of us in the UK, Bangladeshi living in the UK, we think Bangladesh is a poor country with many people living in poverty. But what is the economy like at the moment in Bangladesh?
when you say Bangladesh is a poor country, in the last 10 years, 10 billion pounds remittance has been sent from the non-residential Bangladeshi outside of Bangladesh to Bangladesh. So it's not a poor country anymore. It has the fastest growing economy in the world at the moment. 6, 5, 6, 7%. So no other country, other than say Vietnam, similarly, it's a very developing country. Yes, there are poverty because it has 160 million people in a tiny island like the UK. So obviously there's too many people per area, and it will always have poverty. Bangladesh is fairly a new country, but unless we reconnect to our roots, keep investing in the country, taking people, educating them, that will bring about change. Politics and all these other things will not bring about change. Bangladesh needs education, it needs investment from outside. Us, people from the overseas, can actually be part of that regeneration of Bangladesh.
Look,
Yeah.
anyone who says
Can I read one comment?
Yeah.
It's really fun. Fahad Chaudhry, he said, love the Bangladesh Nazbai and co.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, of course, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is good. I mean, we are in this country and we've got one leg here and one leg in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh,
So
yeah.
that's why we like to
We
speak
talk
Bangladesh.
mixed.
আমরা
Yeah.
বাঙালি
বাংলায়ও
কথা
মাতি আবার।
পাই। আমি চেষ্টা করলাম শুদ্ধ শিখতাম আমার ঢাকাইয়া বন্ধু হল আসল নজরুল ভাই একজন আমরা পার্টিসিপেন্ট হিজ
Let's talk, try Shuddha then.
এইটা তো শুদ্ধ আমি বলতেছি
That's very good, yeah.
বাহ,
Go ahead.
খুবই সুন্দর বলতেছেন।
Now, it will come in time because any language
We should try.
we should try.
I'm
Even
sure a lot
trying
of
Sylheti is good.
non-Sylheti viewers,
Like,
they're not going
I'll give
to
you a story.
criticize us because at least you are trying to
Trying.
speak.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm try for it because I was at a dinner table with my family, and we were talking English to my daughter was only at 3 or 4 at the time. We were talking English. One Pakistani elderly gentleman sitting at the next table, he said, "Why are you speaking English with your child? Because they're here, they will automatically learn the language of this country. Try and give them some flavors of your culture, your religion, your heritage." And that kind of got me thinking, আমরা সকলেও খালি ইংলিশ মাতি তারা অটোমেটিক ইংলিশ শিখব দেশে ইংলিশ দেশ আমরা যদি কিছু একটা কালচার দেই তারা ইনশাআল্লাহ কালচারটাকে তারা যে এবিলিটি পাইব এটা তারা লাইফ অফ প্রোগ্রেস আরো ভালো হবে।
Yeah,
Definitely,
point.
definitely.
Another comments from Mohammed Abdullah. Glad to have been part of BRT UK last year. I think he's one of those. That video we played.
Yeah,
at the
Abdullah's the one
beginning,
who. Abdullah, thank you very much. I hope everything's well for you. Your brother recently passed away. Allah have mercy on him, give him the highest of paradise, and give you all unlimited patience, inshallah. You know, সবাই আপনি একটা কইছেন যে বাংলাদেশের দিকে তাকাইলে খালি বোঝা যায় যে poverty. কিন্তু I would say, I had the honor and the opportunity to work out in Bangladesh in 2007 to 2009 for almost 2 years. I lived in Dhaka, but I traveled. And from that time to now, I have, alhamdulillah, traveled probably about 47 districts of 64 districts of that country. And I have this personal ambition to be able to, before I hit 40 or 40, I'm not going to ask how old you guys are, some of you, to be able to do that, inshallah. So every year with this tour, we get a chance. For me, this is like my internal goal. I don't really say to people, I like to hit a few more districts, even if it's going through that district, stopping over, having a cup of tea. I know I've been there, I've spoken to a few of those people, I've enjoyed their tea, or I've enjoyed their food and moved on, when you talk about Bangladesh being poor, to be honest, for me, poverty is really, the poor person, and this is a very profound saying, that Bob Marley said. You might have heard of Bob Marley. Many people who are watching, they may have heard. Yes, I have heard of Bob Marley. Okay? Bob Marley said, he said basically, when you have, the poor person is the one that when they have nothing except money, they're the poorest people. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, if they've got nothing else, all they have is money, that's the poorest person because there's more to money on earth. And Bangladesh brings about the beauty of simple living and how within difficulty, how people are able to struggle and live, but live in gratitude. When we travel to districts that are not as affluent as Greater Sylhet or Dhaka and Khulna and some of those Bibak-based districts. People are...
the very poverty-stricken areas, but the people are so humble. For a little thing for you, they know how to kind of have a livelihood, a living, They're very generous people. The poor people are fine, because I'm not a travel for Ibaka. Poorest people are the most generous people. There are some multimillionaires, they're not really generous. Because we are in the charity sector, we know. Unless if we go, because some of the recipients, you go to their house. Whatever they have.
Yes, that's right.
They'll give it to you, you know. They will make these nasta. You know, Bangladesh have pasta. Everywhere you go, they like to give you pasta. And
that's more in Sylhet though, because people can afford it. But other parts of the country, it's not always you know,
so
pasta.
they even try.
At least a cup of tea.
They try to, you know, respect you, not because you're Londonian, but you know, you are connecting to them. You're kind of addressing some of their needs. So, lagi yo amra tara tuk bala maya dikhe sign. Amra to, you know, we are not there going to change the country overnight. We need more people to go there, kind of do the work that we are doing, and contribute. If they can't physically go there, they can financially contribute towards our projects. See what we are about. Go on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Some of videos are on YouTube. I mean, Instagram, wherever way, we are socially connected.
Basically, social media. You're involved,
we're involved
everywhere in social media.
As I said, Shaba, last year we had Abdullah Bhai,
Yeah.
and he's very passionate. Unfortunately, due to family situation, he couldn't go this year. So hoping you will replace his place this year, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay. Can you look at the work you do in Bangladesh? Let's start with education. What sort of work do you have going on at the moment?
Well, education is our strength. As a charity, we invested quite heavily in. We have built a women's institute in a region in Bishnat. First,
Yeah, I was going to ask you about
First,
this. Okay, go on,
Mahila
yeah.
College in Bishnat. It's on the Zogonnath Free Road. You can't miss it. It's between Moinaganj and Bagisa Bazar. Those that from Bishnat or Zogonnath, they pass that road every
Three
day.
of them from.
And
Bishnat.
where are you? I didn't
from
ask
Sato.
him. He's from Sato.
Shinamgiri.
But
Sato,
a
okay,
lot of
that's
people
fine.
will see that college. It's a flagship college in the local village, so you can't miss that. So that's one of our projects. We've been supporting that for about 5 years, 6 years now. Yeah?
Yes, that's right.
And the other one, the most unique project, is the student investment program. একটা আমরা কি তো আমরা সকল স্কুল বিভিন্ন এলাকা যত স্কুল হল আছে, we have, you know, people on the ground. We go and seek out talented but poor. You know, Bangladesh, the people have so much ambition but they can't fulfill it because of poverty. So আমরা কি তা করি, আমরা তার educational needs আমরা take over করি লাই. So মাফে তারা চিন্তা করা লাগতো না যে বাচ্চা নিতে লেখাপড়া করবানি. So এই যে পয়সা তারা সেভ করা, they can invest that elsewhere. তারা খানি whatever they need to do, the livelihood ways. But education আমরা look after for like boys, girls, Muslim, non-Muslim, whatever it is. If they are talented and they have the ability to progress, আমরা will look after their education needs. So that's a student investment program. What আমরা unique program.
That's right. I mean, the thing is, one of the reasons why we call it investment, Shabai, because we are hoping for a return from that, not to us, but to the people of Bangladesh, really. And it's a very long-term based program. It is a biti ek bochor dilam, and then that's it. And like this program size soto, but it's very quality based, basically. So what we want to do is, our minimum goal is from every district of Bangladesh to have at least 5 students who we are supporting from primary all the way up potentially to PhD level, যদি তারা করতে পারে এবং যাইতে পারে। আমরা অ্যাম্বিশন হলো যে 10 বছর অথবা 15 বছর তারা উপরে ইনভেস্টমেন্ট করিয়া এই যে দৈলকা 150-200টা ছাত্রছাত্রী মাত্র, বা এর ভিত্তিতে দুদিন আমরা 50-60টা মানুষ যে দৈলকা ডাক্তার, ব্যারিস্টার, ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, টিচার্স বার করতাম পারে। We would be able to say that these are people that we built. Often when we are doing supporting educational work, we start but then we drift off because there might be money issues, we can't follow up. This is why the program is small but very quality based, and inshallah we hope not only to cover Brihatar Sylhet with all of the 4 districts, but to over time to at least make sure that every district of Bangladesh has 5 students that have been supported by the Bangladesh Regeneration Project on the Students Investment Program, so that one day in 15-20 years time, old men like us and some of our female members who are supporting and working with us can say that we were part of building this man or woman for the people and place that is called Bangladesh, which we are connected to. And this is how we believe strengthening our roots need to happen, through practical, qualitative and intelligent contributions.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about BRT
Right.
UK. I can see that, and there are other few projects you are running. You have another project to promote health. Before we go to talk about more details, let's take a short break.
Okay.
Viewers, after the break, we'll go to take a short break. After the break, we'll talk about more about BRT UK, and you will see WhatsApp call number. You can call us in the studio. You can talk to these guys, what they're doing in Bangladesh, upcoming event. I think, what's the Heritage?
Yeah, Bangladesh Heritage Tour.
We'll talk about Heritage Tour
Yep.
after the break.
Sale. Massive clearance sale is going on from 1st November 2017. Salma Designer Abaya House is giving you up to 70% off on all designer abaya, 60% off on designer kaftan, 50% off on waistcoat, 50% off on Islamic books, 500 gram ajwa dates only for £10, and many more items. Visit our store to get this clearance sale. Salma Designer Abaya House, 118 Whitechapel Road, London E11JE. Telephone 02070182375.
আমাদের কমিউনিটিতে কার্গো বিজনেসের প্রসার ঘটিয়েছে জিএমজি। এক যুগেরও বেশি সময় ধরে জিএমজি আস্থার সাথে সেবা দিয়ে যাচ্ছে। সস্তা বিজ্ঞাপনে প্রতারিত হবেন না। জিএমজি বাংলাদেশ বিমান অনুমোদিত একমাত্র কার্গো সেলস এজেন্ট। কার্গো সেবা নিলে বেস্ট সেবাটাই নিন, নিরাপদ থাকুন। জিএমজি কার্গো, আস্থা ও বিশ্বস্ততার প্রতীক।
Oasis Banqueting Hall, Barking, is East London's first choice for any occasion, offering a range of services and facilities to suit your needs. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, anniversary, or religious service, 180 to 1,000 guests, you can trust us to make your event truly special. Oasis Banqueting Hall, Barking, the perfect choice for your occasion. For bookings, call 0208 594 2222.
পিসিও ক্লেইমস মিনি ক্যাব ড্রাইভারের বিপদর বন্ধু। গাড়ি অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট করিয়া জবলেস হওয়ার দিন শেষ। জাস্ট ওয়ান ফোন কলে পিসিও ক্লেইমস আপনারে দিতে পারে 24 আওয়ার্স রিকভারি, ইমিডিয়েট রিপ্লেসমেন্ট কার, স্টোরেজ এন্ড রিপেয়ার সার্ভিস। 02077917799।
Mom, isn't Dad come back home?
When a marriage breaks down, children suffer the most. If you are in this situation, we are here to help.
For child and family matters, Kingdom Solicitors.
Sale Salma Designer Abaya House ক্লিয়ারেন্স সেল 1 নভেম্বর 2017 থেকে। সালমা ডিজাইনার আবায়া হাউস দিচ্ছে সকল আবায়ার উপর সর্বোচ্চ 70% মূল্য ছাড়, কাফতানের উপর সর্বোচ্চ 60%, ওয়েস্টকোটের উপর সর্বোচ্চ 50%, 500 গ্রাম আজওয়া খেজুর মাত্র 10 পাউন্ড এবং ইসলামিক বইয়ের উপর রয়েছে সর্বোচ্চ 50% মূল্য ছাড়। আজই আসুন এবং আমাদের ক্লিয়ারেন্স সেল অফার গ্রহণ করুন। সালমা ডিজাইনার আবায়া হাউস, 118 Whitechapel Road, London E11JE. Telephone 02070182375.
Hello there, Legal Taxi's mobile app is an amazing cloud-based taxi booking solution. The taxi drivers and passengers can access this application anytime and anywhere. Are you trying to call up a taxi? Well, don't waste your precious time anymore. And now, you can book your taxi at ease. Do you want to know how? It's so simple. Download the Legal Taxis app from the App Store. Enter the location manually or drag the balloon where you want the pickup and drop to happen. Legal Taxis application shows the taxis nearby. On a single click, your request is sent to the nearest driver. The taxi driver will receive your request and accept it instantly. In return, you will receive the notification and you could check the current location of the taxi with the estimated time to reach your pickup location. At the end of your journey, you will receive the receipt of taxi fare in your mobile app. Legal Taxis app not only allows you to book regular taxis but also black cabs, mini cabs and Hackney carriages. Book your taxi today for a great voyage at Legal Taxis.
Welcome back to the Shah Yusuf Show. Before we went to the advert break, we said we will talk more about BRT UK. One of the questions I'm going to ask you also have projects to promote health. What do you have underway here?
In health?
Yeah.
Health, well look, Bangladesh has got a population of more than 160 million. Is any contribution by anyone as big as, let's say, BRAC or Grameen is not going to solve that issue in a day or in a decade or maybe in a few decades. So BRT's contribution is like a drop in that ocean, but we feel that that drop is a very important drop. It's almost like, when you walk onto the beaches of Cox's Bazar and you see these starfish, they're all stranded on the shore. And I, Yahya, or you, Shah Yusuf, or Nazir Bhai, or Anwar, or everyone who's watching, if all of us pick up one starfish and throw it back into the ocean, we've contributed towards saving a starfish. With that same attitude, we're not going to be able to say that, well, we're going to be establishing hospitals and clinics. That is not our capacity at this moment in time. But so what we try to do, again, we try to invite people to look at interventions in an intelligent way. So for example, we're doing some work in water and sanitation. Government schools in Bangladesh are many, alhamdulillah, there is almost everywhere there's a primary school, and it's a government requirement as we understand it, which is a great thing to ensure that compulsory primary education is available. However, the government's capacity to be able to maintain the facilities and services that the government provides is not always the same at the same level. And there are various issues that I am not an expert on. Maybe you may know, some of the viewers may be knowing much better. But one of the things that we're trying to do is we're developing this small but very high impact project, which is repairing school water and sanitation system. So if the latrine is been closed for the last 4 or 5 years because there's no money available for that, or the tube well pump is now not working and there's no money to do that. So we're actually, can you believe it, Shabai and Zara Dekhra, এরকম খাজো বেশি লাগলে আমরা ইনভেস্ট করলাম ধরে লোক 7 থেকে 10,000 টাকা, which is about 100 pounds. 100 pounds to impact a school with toilet facilities, with drinking facilities, to help children who are studying in those places to have access to be able to use the toilet just like every one of us. The amazing thing is people who live in this part of the world, God has blessed us so much that because we have so much, we find it difficult to realize the blessing when we don't have it. Can you imagine if I was to ask you, Shabai, ইদেশে থাকি আপনি কোনোদিন কল্পনা করতে পারছেন যে আপনার গরু গিয়ে একদিন পানি পাইতা না সিংকো? এই চিন্তা আপনার মাথায় কোনোদিন আইছে না? অথবা ইলেকট্রিসিটি পাইতা না, যে লোডশেডিং হয়ে গেছে? You understand? We can't even think like that. This is the, when we talk about, oh Allah, amra enough, this enough. Subhanallah. Just to think that, can you compare to Bangladesh where we go maybe for 2 weeks and then suddenly we're sitting down in like Geseki. It's almost like Qiyamah has come, basically, where these people are living through that on a daily basis, particularly in places where there is access to electricity. It's not consistent. And there are places in Bangladesh where they don't even have it. Still people are living and surviving. Solar energy is something that's been used. So coming back to all of that. So, like our intervention there is about saying, all right, there's the established toilet there. There's a tube well pump there. It's not been repaired. It costs about 7,000 to 10,000 taka. All right, let's stretch it. In some areas, it might be 15,000 taka. BRT doesn't have millions and billions. We have some small amounts. Why don't we get our donors, people who are watching this program right now, are our donors, and those who are not are also our donors, to say, look, for this is high impact. Each school has maybe 300 to 400 students. They're all benefiting from these toilets and this water facility. That's just an example of health contribution. Yes, Yahya could set up a hospital and say, Omuk miyan name ekta hospital disi, Really, I don't have the ability. Nor does Nazir Bhai, nor does Anwar. No, are we interested in that?
We have seen a few elephant projects.
Yeah, that's something else too. We don't want to go into. So that's an example of that. We also take part in cataract removal operation work because we find that the investment is small but the return is huge. The cataract matro khorozar 35 pound for an operation. But a 35 pound খরচ করিয়া এই বিআরটি আপনার এই 35 পাউন্ডটা নিয়া যে একজন মানুষের গত 20 বছর ধরে তার ছেলে অথবা মেয়ে অথবা নাতিনের সাথে দেখছে না বালাটিকে ওন যে আপনি দেখবার দিছেন অথবা একটা বই পড়তে পারে অথবা আল্লাহর কিতাব যে আল কোরআন ফাইনাল সর্বশেষ বাণী যে একটা আল্লাহ পাঠাইছেন সারা দুনিয়া মানুষের লাগে ওটা তা পড়তে পারে অথবা যে একটা ফুল দেখতে কিলা লাগে এই জিনিসটা দেখতে পারে for 35 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So for us, our budget is small, but that's very high impact. So we like to maintain and continue to contribute.
With £1,000, £1,000 really, আপনি আস্তা এই গ্রামে বা গ্রামের একটা স্কুল রে আপনি চেঞ্জ করে দিতে পারবেন একটা ফিল্ড হসপিটাল লাগান সো আপনারা এটা আই ক্যাম্প হইলে গিয়ে আপনারা যে কোনো ভিলেজেও গিয়ে আমরা সেট আপ করতে পারবো উইথ আমরা নেটওয়ার্কের থ্রুতে আচ্ছা আপনারা আই স্ক্রিনিং থাকি লইয়া আই ক্যাটারাক্ট অপারেশন করবো তারা বেসিক্যালি দে স্ক্রিন করবো আপ টু 500-600 পিপল রাস্তা গ্রামর বা আশপাশে যে গ্রাম আছে গ্রামের মাইশোর আই তারা ইন্সপেক্ট করবো এর বাদে তারা নেক্সট থিং হইলে গিয়ে আপনি ডায়াগনস্টিক যেনে আপনার গ্লাস লাগেনি গ্লাস লাগলে অবভিয়াসলি গ্লাসের আপ টু এ সার্টেন অ্যামাউন্ট অফ আপনি গ্লাসও তারা কাছ থেকে আনতে পারবো উইদিন দ্য বাজেট আর দেন ফাইনাল স্টেজ হইলে গিয়ে তারা কোচে লইয়া যাইবা লোকাল হসপিটালও কোনো অপারেশন করবা আপ টু অ্যাবাউট 30-35 অপারেশন করা যায় ম্যাক্সিমাম and then তারা রিটার্ন করে আপনারা ব্যাক দিব আর এখন সে 2 উইকস বা 4 উইকস বাদে আপনি ফলো আপ চেক part of that £1,000 budget হরিয়া দিনাই সো ওটাও আমরা করছি আরো আর ইনশাআল্লাহ আগামীতে আরো করব
See, this is a very high impact.
It's a lot of work you guys are doing.
We might we'd like to say we'd like to do more.
I don't think we're not doing enough because of the needs. I'm not a village of this Bangladesh has, as I said, is a vast needs, so we can't cater for all the needs. Like I'm where we
at least you are trying, and
we're trying. We don't want to step on other people's toes. We, as a collective organization, we said, look, people are doing tube well, rickshaw, and whatever they're doing. Let them do it. We'll support it. If someone comes to us, BRT, are you going to do a tube well? We say, look, we have.
So you're not competing with other charities, rather than working together.
We will divert it to most charities we know anyway. The Bangladesh are same. You have to go through the same British High Commission or Bangladesh High Commission, and we meet them. So we are very humble in our approach. We want to encourage the growth of all the charities. Even আমরা Rohingya. We work for the last year or so. Rohingya situation.
Let's talk about Rohingya because as far as I know, you have also been working to support Rohingya refugees. What kind of work does this? Can I take a call?
Yeah, why not?
Let's take a call. Hello. हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी अपने स्टूडियो मात्रा
Yeah, Shabai, my name is Nazrul.
Oh, Nazrul bhai, yeah, go ahead. What's your question for BRT people? BRT UK. Yeah, go ahead.
Tell him he makes sure he's ready on Saturday.
I'm part of BRT UK team.
He's one of our trustees.
Just called to say, first of all, apologies, I couldn't make it. I've been involved with these brothers for over nearly 2 years now, and the work that they do, fantastic, back in Bangladesh.
After how many years did you go back, Nazrul?
Over 15 years. It was.
Yeah.
Last year I went after 15 years.
And on your way home, what did you discover on the way home?
Naz, what did you discover? So here, basically, okay. Now, what's the name of your gown, Naz?
Foilbag.
Foilbag, okay.
Foilbag, okay.
So on the way to your body, on the way to Jagannathpur, what did you see? Go on, Naz, tell everyone.
Yeah, tell everyone.
Go on.
Oh, surprise that I got.
Yeah.
Thank you to VRT. Basically, there was a banner with my photo of me.
You know the typical stuff people do in Bangladesh, where, like, for example, if someone's getting married and then they put like with the gate and a banner.
Okay.
So suddenly he sees that he's going to the Zogunath Puri Rasta. This gate basically.
All the gates.
With his
There's a
name
big
and
gate on the
welcome.
road
Yeah.
with his photo in the middle.
His photo?
Yes.
Wow.
And welcoming him home.
This is something different.
Well, it was like a typical, you know, like you want to experience a little bit of Bangladeshi. What can you say?
Like celebrity.
Yeah.
Going to
That's
the
it, you know.
home country.
You have to pay much.
Bangladesh, right? If you doctor ile manche na hoba, engineer ile na hoba, but politician ile hoba ঠিক আছে report. So he just gave me a bit of.
He must be famous in his.
Well, he's becoming famous now, inshallah.
Okay, go ahead.
Nazu, tell us a
I just
bit.
wanted to tell the viewers, you know, my experience in 2017. You know, I never thought I would travel Bangladesh, all over Bangladesh like that, and not only just to travel, but to be with the brothers. You know, the unity that we had. You know, the banter from A to Z. You know, the whole journey, everything was so well catered for, and you know, we were so well looked after throughout the whole, you know, 14 days last year. You know, due to that, I'm going back again with them this year.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you will have more gates.
Nazrul has a protocol, police protocol from Rangpur to Dhaka, like over 2 days.
Nazu, do you want to tell him about the police protocol?
Yeah, you know.
Is it from BRT UK or you got it from your family?
No. We got it from the government, isn't it, Nazu?
All provided by the government.
And you know what?
Lucky you then.
Mazanoni Ashir ekta hota whilst Nazul is still there. We went Shabai among Zara Dekhra. And you can go to BRT UK1 on Facebook and see some of this stuff basically, including pictures. Basically, we went to the furthest north point, which is Tetulia, yeah? Okay. 0 point. Right at the other end, basically, the extreme end on the north, okay? You know, you go through Dinajpur, all of that is in that kind of belt, basically. You know, Uttar Bongo, isn't it? Yeah. Where a lot of people died because of the cold, basically, just to let people know. So we went to the 0 point there, and then we went all the way down to St. Martin Island, and then next to St. Martin Island is another island called Cheradeep, which is connected to it. So it's like, and we traveled, I would say around 3,500 plus kilometers on the road, basically. Just for St. Martin Island, we had to use the boat. Otherwise, it was a lot of road travel. And then, especially the north side, what happened was when the local administration found out that we were foreigners, and then when they found out we were foreigners, they made sure that we had a protocol from 0 point of that side, almost bordering Dhaka when we got back, basically. And the funny story is every Thana, the police had to change over, basically. And the amazing thing, again, this is the beauty of so-called poverty within Bangladesh. So in some places, some Thanas had the police vehicles that were quite brand new, so they used to be able to go quite fast. In other times, the vehicles were quite slow. So our vehicles were brand new.
All kind of experience.
Not only that, we hired very brand new Voxes, I think they were like 6 or 7 seaters, yeah? And the amazing thing is that we were to deliberately slow our speed down in tunnels where their vehicle was very poor quality, basically.
Yeah, so they went all the way up and all the way down with us.
Yeah, it's you know, like you
Do you
can't
want to add anything else, Nazrul?
No, you know, viewers out there that, you know, want to get involved with this charity, you know, you can follow us on Facebook, you know, see the work that we're doing back this year, you know, we'll post, we'll do live
streaming as well.
Inshallah, this year. So, you know, if people are interested, get involved, you know, for us, you know, when we come back, inshallah, in March, the people who want to come and meet us in person, they're more than welcome to do so. And, you know, make this charity bigger and better.
Nazu, do you remember the food that we had in Bogura, in that restaurant, where the police joined us? We had gila and chicken's liver and stuff like that.
Delicacies, everywhere we went. Asia Bhai has the knowledge and then, you know, of the level.
Without him, How is it going to be your tour?
So Bogura is famous for doi, yeah. It's the Bogura doi. Wasn't it nice when we picked up that?
Yeah, but then we went to a place in Rangamati, and they have sunga cooking.
In
bamboo cooking.
Inside the bamboo.
And they, the cooking was for a royal family.
That's how they do it in that place.
The way they designed and catered for it, unbelievable. But I didn't really like it, but I just went along.
I can see he liked it.
I love to, if you're going to learn to swim, then you have to jump into
something new.
I'm very fussy what I eat. Because my stomach's not that
He has a wrestling match inside
Yeah.
He's trying something new.
I mean, he spent a lot of time in Bangladesh,
I think my stomach is battered. Like, that kind of
so
thing.
he kind of eats anything.
The Bogura story.
And I'm so careful and still I end up with the diarrhea.
Bogura story is very unique whilst Nazrul's there. Bogura, in Bangladesh, the কোনো রেস্টুরেন্টে যাও আপনি যদি সকালে অথবা লাঞ্চ টাইমের আগে যদি যান না যে খানি পাইবা একটা গরম পাইতা না it is always going to be slightly cold, yeah. So these we went to you could say that in some sense. But people are eating. It's a normal thing basically. Microwave rakha to kuno fayda na because you don't know when electricity is going to be available and not available. So the culture is if you're going to eat judin doloka zawala rando thoda bade gaya to lunch koro and you might have a nice fresh hot lunch. Otherwise if you go later dolo duita tinta it's going to become cold and they got no choice. Rice is the only thing probably gorom diba. Tara to khali gorom dena. So we went to this restaurant in Rangpur, run by some Tablighi brothers, which was quite nice. And the police that were escorting us, they also came in with their guns and stuff. And we ordered Jomurgor Gila and liver and kholja and stuff like that. And the amazing thing was, and these Tablighi brothers were very innovative. What they did was, they basically bought some small, when you go camping, ছোট সুলা মিলে যায় গ্যাসর ওদের সব ক্যাম্পিং সব গেলে to make basic food. So তারা দুইটা সুলা রাখছে. And then the tray where the curry and the food is always continuously being kept warm. So it was an amazing experience in such a simple restaurant, having fed not only ourselves, there were about 13 of us, plus about another 4 or 5 police officers. I think we spent maybe about 30 quid at most, basically.
Anyway,
but that was the most memorable
experience. You will experience.
These are the stories I'm going to try.
Am I even getting hooked up in Bangladesh?
You can't wait to just.
I know it's not married, so we might have a tribal marriage.
We might have the first BRT wedding.
You never know.
Bandar Bonogia only sees the Manipuris, on the mountains basically.
They smoke like big bungs, the ladies in Rangamati.
I'm a bit jealous.
Yeah.
You guys have so much fun, same time experience, fun and charity work.
That's the thing. This is
we were going to talk about Rohingya work.
We are
let's talk about Rohingya work.
You know what?
What was the involvement?
Just that one point I want to make. When we went to Rangamati last time, we were seeing these Manipuri ladies, like imagine Afnar Dadi or Amar Dadi. General Bangladesh Mohila bili khai na ekta culture. I'm not saying that this is a halal haram issue. It's a different discussion. If men are not allowed to smoke, women are not allowed to smoke. Simple as that. There's no gender issue on that stuff. From my limited understanding. But anyway, so kya dekha jai je ek do log dadir boyeshi. She's like about 80. Mani she can't stand up. Smoking a pipe. Also mani bashor banail pipe. Ar mani amra sairam maki. We start staring because dekha amra jibone amra badi dekhi na dadi ta kora to betinte to bichariya ola ashra. And then you could see the gua, and they chew a lot of supari. So the teeth was really nice. There was a nice line in her teeth. I can remember that. This is like 70, 80-year-old, all the way up in that part of Bangladesh. Speaking of that region, we have almost 1 million people who are now stranded in Teknaf, if you like, in Ukia, the Burmese Rohingya community. For I don't know what sin they've committed, but from what we can see is because of their own identity, their faith. This seems to be one of the biggest factors. But anyway, we have almost 1 million people that have crossed over to Bangladesh. It's been on every news channel, last year. And we know that the Bangladeshi government has tried to respond in a positive way to assist. It's not easy to suddenly have such a massive influx. There are already unregistered Rohingya that live amongst the Bangladeshi community in all over Bangladesh, in particular in that particular region, in the Chittagong bill, if
Yeah,
you
I
like.
mean, UN labeled it as a systematic ethnic cleansing.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
So I mean, the thing is, this is the description of the injustice on those people. But you know, as people who are rooted in Bangladesh and the Bangladeshis themselves, I think we are honored to have an opportunity to be of guest and a host to those people. And we know that the charities that have been working on the ground, the Bangladesh government has tried to organize this whole support going from other places, including the UK. So therefore, we know of many charities that haven't been able to get permission to work there. We have been so fortunate to have got permission directly from the Bangladeshi government with our field partners there to actually work with the Rohingya community. So you know what happened last year? We had, I think, about 5 people, including 1 or 2 convert Muslims, who were very keen on wanting to go and do, you know, be a part of feeling that the difficulty